Rosie Robinson, founder of the YeCats Mobile Resource Center, Mr. Delroy Bent, CEO, Tampa Premier Cricket League Jamaica, other executive members of YeCats, principal of the Hatfield Primary School, Miss Denise Cates, colleague principals, teachers, boys and girls, specially invited guests, members of the media, viewers online, pleasant afternoon. Good afternoon. That's right. Welcome to the media launch of the YeCats Mobile Resource Center. I am Donit Hall Bihari, and I'll be your MC for the program. The launch is staged under the theme, Empowering Young Minds, Integrating Literacy and Sports for Youth Development. This groundbreaking initiative, launched in collaboration with the Tampa Premier Cricket League, aims to improve reading outcomes among struggling students across 10 parishes. The program will reach over 2,000 students using a fully retrofitted mobile literacy classroom, delivering interactive, inclusive, and multi-sensory reading instruction directly to communities in need. Let me at this time acknowledge the sponsors of this program, and they are Tropical Blue Water representatives at the back there, Mid-Island Service Station, Matthews and Clark Limited, and MBJS Constructions. The partners are Tampa Premier Cricket League, the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Jamaica Library Service, and the Jamaica Society for the Blind. We have an interesting program lined up, and first up, I invite to the podium an outstanding student. He's a YeCats spelling ambassador and the second place winner for the Jamaica Teachers Association Western Spelling Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please appreciate Josiah Blackwood as he comes with the scriptural citation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josiah Blackwood. I am 9 years old and I attend New First Primary and Infant School. I am proud to be the YeCats Spelling Ambassador. Today I want to share a special Bible verse that reminds us how important listening is when it comes to reading and learning. It's from Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 2 to 3. It says, So Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation of men, women, and all who could listen with understanding on the first day of the 7th month. And he read aloud from it before the public square front of the water gate from daybreak until midday to the men, the women, and all who could understand, and the people listen attentively to the book of the law. This means that even long ago, people learned by listening with understanding. They stood for hours just to hear the words being read. That's how much they wanted to learn. I believe listening is one of the first steps to learning how to read. When we listen to our teachers, our tutors, and even to ourselves, When we sound out words, we begin to understand. That's how I became better at spelling and reading by listening and practicing. Thanks to YeCats and the help of my family and teachers, I learned not just to spell words but to love words. That's why I'm excited about the Literacy on Wheels program. It brings reading and learning right where it's needed in fun and powerful ways. Thank you for supporting children like me, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Josiah, and we have to encourage our boys. It's not easy to speak in front of an audience, and so we are happy for you, Josiah, and we pray that God will continue to bless you as you grow and mature. At this time, I want to invite the JCDC gold medalists from Hatfield Primary School to bring to us at this time the YeCats syllable dance. Put your hands together as our dancers make their way to the stage. Thank you so much, dancers, full of energy, vigor, and vibe. Anybody caught any of those moves? Anybody? Anybody wants to come up here and show us? No? All right. Congratulations again. Our students from Hatfield Primary School. No wonder you are JCDC gold medalists. At this time, I invite our awesome principal, Miss Denise Keats, principal of Hatfield Primary School, to bring the official welcome.
Pleasant afternoon, everyone. I deem it an honor to be afforded this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to the official launch of the Literacy on Wheels program. Today is much more than just an event. It is the beginning of a movement to transform lives through the power of literacy and sports. We are honored to have our distinguished guests, our educators, principals, community leaders, sponsors, parents. We have also in our midst our Hatfield Primary School Board Chairman and members of the media. Your presence today is a testimony to the shared commitment to ensuring that every child, regardless of background or circumstances, has access to quality literacy support. What is the purpose of the event? The Literacy on Wheels program is designed to reach students who are struggling with reading by bringing literacy support directly to them. Many children face barriers to learning, whether due to limited resources, accessibility issues, or lack of personalized support. This initiative seeks to break down those barriers and create new opportunities for academic success. Today's event serves three key purposes. One, raising awareness. We want to highlight the urgent need for improved literacy among our young learners and showcase how this program is making a difference. Secondly, seeking support. We cannot do this alone. We're calling on individuals, businesses, organizations to support this initiative, whether through financial contributions, resources, or strategic partnerships. Additionally, encouraging volunteerism. Literacy is a community effort, and we invite passionate individuals to join us as mentors, tutors, and advocates to help those students succeed. Why does this matter? Literacy is the foundation for all learning. When children struggle with reading, they struggle with every subject and eventually with life's opportunities. By taking literacy on the move, we are ensuring that no child is left behind due to circumstances beyond their control. With the right support, we can give these children the tools to thrive, not just in academics, but in all areas of their lives. A call to action. We invite all of us here, all of you, to be part of this transformative journey. Whether you can contribute financially, volunteer your time, donate resources, or simply spread the word, your involvement matters. Today and together, we can make a difference. One student, one book, and one word at a time. Thank you all for being here, and welcome to the Literacy on Wheels program.
One student, one book, one word at a time. Thank you, Miss Denise Keats, for the awesome work that you're doing here at Hatfield Primary School. Just to big up our sponsors once more, and thank you for your commitment to literacy development in this country. Tropical Blue Water, Mid-Island Service Station, Matthews and Clark Limited, and JMB JS Constructions. Our partners, Tampa Premier Cricket League, the Ministry of Education, Youth, Skills and Information, Jamaica Public Service, and the Jamaica Society for the Blind. Without further ado, I welcome to the podium Miss Colette McLean Hardin, Principal of Fairfield Primary School, to give her presentation, Literacy in Jamaica, the Urgency for Action.
Great afternoon, everyone. Great afternoon, everyone. If you are as elated as I am, then you would have understood why I said great afternoon, everyone. So, distinguished guests, or Mr. Bent and Miss Robinson, or able moderator, colleague principals, partners, friends, board chairman, Dr. Angela Walker of this noble institution, principal of Hatfield Primary School, Miss Kate, and everyone, members of the blind community, members of the media, I wish you a splendid good afternoon. It is both a privilege and an honor for me to stand here to deliver on this very important topic. As I address you today on this matter, it strikes to the heart of every individual because literacy is life. Literacy is life. And so, literacy is more than the ability to read and write. It is the foundation upon which individuals build their lives. Communities thrive and nations progress. Yet, despite our collective efforts, literacy still lingers in the balance. We still have a literacy crisis that demands immediate and sustained actions. We must ask ourselves, can we afford to remain illiterate while thousands of our students transition from grade 1 to the next phase of their education without being able to read and write? The current landscape, let me share some data with us this afternoon. 38% of Jamaican students aged 7 to 14 have not acquired the fundamental reading skills, and this is according to Jamaica Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey of 2022. Socioeconomic disparities exacerbate this condition, while 82% of our children from the wealthiest household demonstrate fundamental reading skills. Approximately 37% of grade 6 students are transitioning to the secondary school in 2024 passes limited literacy skill, highlighting the urgency for these interventions in our education landscape. Special needs students, rural learners, and those from disadvantaged home backgrounds are desperately affected. Boys lag behind, girls with literacy rates nearly 10 percentage points lower than average. A recent Jamal report indicates that almost 25% of the Jamaican adults are fundamentally illiterate. They are functionally illiterate. These statistics are not mere numbers, they represent our children, students who are being left behind year after year. And they have the right to a future unhampered by illiteracy. This is not just an educational issue, it is a national emergency and an urgent call for action. The broader implications. The ramifications of low literacy extend beyond our classroom. It's manifested in economic impact. Literacy contributes to unemployment and underemployment, limiting economic growth and individual prosperity. There are social consequences. There is a documented link between low literacy rates and increased instances of crime and violence in our beloved country, Jamaica. In fact, low literacy rates are closely associated with issues that cost Jamaica over $68 billion annually, equivalent to 5% of gross domestic product, GDP. Health and well-being. Individuals with low literacy skills often face challenges in accessing healthcare information, leading to poorer health outcomes. We must act decisively and immediately. It's a call to action, and the call is urgent. This is why YeCats Literacy on Wheels program is so very important and so timely. This initiative is more than a project. It is a lifelong solution to the challenges that we face in Jamaica and beyond. A flexible community-based intervention which is designed to reach students where they are in both urban, remote, rural areas. It provides targeted interventions utilizing evidence-based programs such as the Jolly Phonics and Seeing Stars to address specific literacy challenges. It fosters partnerships with organizations like Jamaica Society for the Blind, the Ministry of Education, and the Jamaica Library Service to offer comprehensive support, including vision screening, tutor training, and access to learning materials. The goal is ambitious yet achievable: to impact 2,000 students across 10 parishes, igniting a passion for reading and learning that will rip through communities. We must also recognize the integration of sports and literacy through our collaboration with the Tampa Premier Cricket League, using sports such as cricket to retain students in literacy sessions. As I come to the end of this presentation, I call on us to see the relevance of this partnership. I deem it a marriage that was made to last. The urgency is clear, and the time for action is now. As educators, policymakers, and responsible citizens of this noble island of Jamaica, we must unite. We must be deliberate. We must see the challenge and face it head on, because we must win. Investing in literacy programs that are inclusive and are accessible, supporting our teachers and training them to be better able to act, engaging families and communities in the journey towards literacy, embrace innovation in our classrooms and otherwise. Let us not wait for another report to confirm what we already know. Let this be our turning point. Let us act now and act in unity. As Nehemiah 8:3 reminds us, he reads aloud to man, to woman, and to all those who could understand, and the people listened attentively. May we also listen attentively to the needs of our children and make urgent action to ensure that every child in Jamaica is lifted above illiteracy. Whatever the outcomes of these games, I want to say, literacy wins every time. Literacy wins every time. And Fairfield Primary School is all in. So, literacy and sports is a marriage, a union made to last, and we will benefit tremendously from this beautiful marriage. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Hardin. I hear your passion, and I stand in solidarity with you, ma'am. Literacy is life. Illiteracy, a national emergency, a call for urgency, hence the need for this program. At this time, I'll invite YeCats spelled backwards. YeCats spelled backwards. What is that word? Anybody? All right, that lady in the yellow. She was the first. All right. So I'll invite now our founder of the YeCats Mobile Center, Miss Stacy Robinson, to give an overview of the Literacy on Wheels program. We have a prize for you, ma'am, in yellow. Please welcome her. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh boy, I'm telling you, it is really a pleasure to be here today. But first, let me acknowledge a few lovely faces that I'm seeing in the audience today. I like some of the colors that I'm seeing as well. So that is really good. Distinguished guests, members of the media, educators, community partners, and sponsors. Thank you for being here. Today is a proud moment for all of us at YeCats Mobile Resource Center as we officially launch Literacy on Wheels under the theme, Empowering Young Minds, Integrating Literacy and Sports for Youth Development. A dream that started in motion and is now ready to roll across the hills and heartland of Jamaica. I will now share my screen, as they would say on Zoom. We all know that one, right? Let us share our screen. So I'll share mine as well. Yes. The mission of YeCats can be summed up in the words found at 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 6, where it says, "The Spirit of Jehovah will empower you, and you will prophesy along with them and be changed into a different person." We will really be focusing on two key words in this verse, empowered and change. Picture A is a reality of thousands of children, bright, capable, full of potential, but are being left behind simply because they cannot read at their grade level. These students are oftentimes frustrated and display disruptive behavior. We see them in the classroom, We see them on the cricket field, and we see them in our communities. And I can see some nodding of the heads, so we know that that is true. And while there are many initiatives trying to assist with literacy, most do not reach the remote, undeserved corners of this island. YeCats, which stands for Youth Empowerment, Changing Attitudes Towards School, through this program will empower youths with the resources and tools that they need to change, keyword, their attitudes and to become happy, independent readers as depicted in picture B. And that's what we all want our students to be like, to take a book, find a corner, and read. But let us see what this program is all about. This program is a strategic intervention between YeCats Mobile Resource Center and Tampa Premier Cricket League. And the purpose of it is to use literacy and sports to enhance literacy skills while fostering sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork among young athletes. We will be targeting 90 primary schools, primary and infant schools across 9 rural parishes, each with one cricket team of 20 students. And for each team, we are going to target a minimum of 5 students who will receive dedicated literacy intervention. But you might ask, how are we going to select these schools? Now, what we're going to be doing is that for each parish, we're going to be selecting 10 schools. Well, I can't all up to it right now, yes. So we're going to select 10 schools. And from the 10 schools, we are going to take out 4, which are going to be schools that are the enrichment schools. And those schools are what we are going to give some focus as well, because we want some of these schools to come off the enrichment list. Yes, and I can see the hands going up. As a result of this program, we are going to impact at least 1,800 students. 450 of these will get direct literacy support through the program. It is not something that is going to happen over 3 months though. It is going to happen over 13 months. And that is why we need the commitment of all, because this is really a marriage, as was mentioned before. It is not just a dating situation that we're having here. So because of the length of time, what changes are we going to be? Remember the word empowerment and change. So what is the change that YeCats and Tampa are looking to see at the end of this program? And I'm just going to read our theory of change for you. It says, when underperforming students are supported through engaging, contextualized literacy intervention that are paired or married with the interests like in sports, cricket for example, they become more motivated to learn. If we engage coaches and teachers and they are trained to integrate literacy strategies into sport activities, and parents are engaged in supporting their children's reading development, then these students will experience improved reading skills, greater confidence, and enhanced academic performance. This will lead to higher literacy rates, better educational outcomes, and a sustainable model for integrating literacy support in extracurricular activities, ultimately fostering a culture of lifelong learning and success. And that's the aim of this program. And again, we're going to empower to make change. But we have highlighted the problem. And thanks to Ms. Harding, she has done quite well in showcasing what the problem is. But then, what is our goal? What is it that we want to make change and we want to do that, but we know numbers talk, and I can see some persons who know the numbers very well. And we want to see what numbers are we going to put on the table so we can be held accountable in delivering what we set out to do for this program. We hope to achieve a 30% increase in the number of students that will increase in their literacy levels. That's what we want. And based on what we have done in the past, we know that we probably can surpass this because of the enthusiasm that we're getting. I know today many of the principals might not be here because we know we have all sorts of things happening for this month when it comes to our children. They are a priority for this month. So we know that there are many things happening in different clusters that are here to encourage and to motivate our children. And how are we going to do this? Targeted mobile literacy support sessions that are delivered to these students on a weekly basis. So what are going to look like? We're going to drive one country bus go around. You know, them days when K-Sun, I'm from Portland, so there's K-Sun bus that we used to take. Yes, the Portlanders are here talking about the K-Sun bus, yes. But we kind of want to step it up a little bit. So this is what we want to go out there in. And the reason for this transportation is that our team is not just a one-man team. As we say, we married literacy and sports. But guess what? We have some little others on the side, and it's not a talking about. Nobody get the wrong idea when you say on the side. Okay? Men don't get any ideas. We're talking about we are integrating other aspects of the of a child's life into this program. And this is what it will look like. And that is why we can say that this Literacy on Wheels program is a game changer. Because you have, and I'm giving credit to all the persons out there who are trying to assist with this literacy problem. But we know that there's another problem. Because sometimes a student might have to make a choice between literacy or sport. They might be playing very well, but they're not very bright. And they might be very bright, but they're very lazy. Sometimes that happens. What we're saying is that why not allow the child to both have ice cream and cake, so to speak? And that's what this program will do. It will take them out of the classroom, so to speak, and put them in a location where they're comfortable and more susceptible to learn. And these 5 strategic pillars that we're going to be using, literacy, so we tell you about 2 words that you need to remember, so we're going to remember a lot of things today. So we're talking about 2 words to remember, empowerment and change. Now we're saying you're going to remember the 5 strategic pillars as well. So we've got 7 things to remember so far. All right? So let us talk about them. Literacy, that's number 1, because that's a priority. And we're focusing on those foundational skills that the students need. Sports. How many times have parents been trying to get their kids off the couch or out of a chair because they're around a phone? And sometimes as they walk, go outside, them say, "Mommy, I'm tired. Mommy, we have to walk, go to the shop, sun hot." Why? Because they're not used to moving as we were when we were growing up. So sports is going to have that motivational piece where these students are able to move, to work in teams, to learn how to balance, to learn perseverance when it gets hard. I know to do one thing over and over again becomes a problem. But what about their health? How many times have students come to a school teacher and say, "Miss, you know, I never eat breakfast this morning. You know, Mommy never have no money." We hear that a lot. And you become the mother, so to speak. You might have to give that child your lunch that you wanted to eat. But we're saying now that with this program, we're going to help not only the children to be aware of their health, but also the parents to know what to give their child to eat. And I know that one parent is going to come up here and she might talk about that as well. So you'll hear how the program will assist with their health. But we hear too that we must grow what we eat and eat what we grow. But what are we growing? Who knows? Jamaica is a land of wood and water, but sometimes we don't have the water sometimes. But nonetheless, though, we're still growing something. We need to help our children to understand that, you see, banana, green banana, it actually tastes good. Especially if you have it with some curry chicken and a little cornmeal dumpling on the side. It tastes good. We want them to appreciate eating healthy. It's not just about fast food or the snacks that they eat all the time, but help them to have an appreciation for the food that we grew up eating. The yellow yam, the sweet potato, right? Those things. And we know the rice and peas and the fried chicken on Sundays too, because we know want to look a fry up sometimes. But nonetheless, we're saying kalaloo and pap chow still taste good. And that's what we want to get them to appreciate. Not only that, we want to involve the schools in this project. I know 4-H Club used to do this as they go out. Not sure what is happening to those clubs these days, but we want to ensure that the schools and the students know how to eat and to eat well. And we're not saying that every day they're going to be a goat and they're going to be eating cabbage and kalaloo. No, we're saying 80% of eating well, 20% of your ice cream and cake. And we have a balance there. Well, that's not a balance, but it's the better part for them, right? So we'll work with that. And what about culture? Oh my word, all the guys, them dance and prance a while ago. I did one bust a dance too, you know, but I know I'm going to come up here so I don't get too sweaty. So I have to hold my little corners and just watch them enjoy themselves. Our culture is rich. A lot of times we hide from it. Sometimes we see the kids them dancing, you know, and we say, look upon them. Oh, them are going so. But remember Dinky Mini? You remember them days there? We used to do it too. It's just that they might do it differently. But how can we encourage them to do it with grace and a little tease? We can do that, and we can allow them to be themselves and enjoy that part of our culture. And we're going to have some singers coming up too. So when you hear them, you can do some rock steady as well and get in the mix and drop down the here, so to speak, as a Friday evening with a pan, don't it? And that's what we are talking about. These 5 strategic pillars are what we're going to be integrating in the Literacy on Wheels program to be the game changer of education. Now, just to briefly show you what the implementation plan is, Ms. Harding mentioned about the assessment. We are going to assess these students. We want to know where they are so that we can know if it is that this program is going to reach them at the right place. So one of the kits that was recommended is Renaissance Phonics, and we're going to be using that to assess the students and to see where they are and what we need to do to assist them to get further. Remember, this is literacy in motion, equity on wheels. So it's no longer just some children whose parents can afford to send them to reading class will get this opportunity. It's also those parents who probably just can send them to school from Monday to Friday during the regular school hours. We are saying we are going to connect to them as well. And it's also hope in action. We're going to be having a few kits. You might see them on display. Go ahead, look, touch, feel, ask questions about them, because we are going to be helping our teachers to be able to utilize the methodologies from these training. And we'll see how that works out later on. So this is what we're talking about, making literacy fun and exciting. I like excitement sometimes. You know, sometimes you want those loud moments, but you also want moments where you're getting some level of excitement when you bust a sweat and you say, boy, that was just a good vibe. You know, like a cold glass of lemonade on a sunny day like now. That's how the feeling is. And we know that under one nice mango tree, right? Where you just throw back your head and you bust asleep. That's what we're talking about. So we are going to help our teachers to make reading fun. It's not just about sitting in a corner and just reading a book and the book only having just pure words. Sometimes we want to look a picture in the mix too. Yeah, we want to use our own imagination, but we also want to understand the imagination of the author. Right? So we need to do that. And these games, as you can see, we are going to help teachers to explore creative games and also to use them effectively. Because we don't want to overdo it either. Remember the 80-20 rule? We teach them 80%, we make them have fun 20%. We still have to stick by that. So you have 8 things now to remember, the equation of the 80 and the 20. All right? And after this, we're going to ask some persons what are some of the things that we need to remember for some prizes that we have up here, courtesy of our sponsors. Now, we also want to use game to reinforce the skills that we taught these students in class in a fun and interactive way. And what will this do for the students? It will ensure that these students foster their own creativity. They might come up with their own games. Miss, what about we playing this? And I know that I've had students requesting certain games in my classes. Miss, can we play this one? Like the one about jumping over the line. That's a popular one that we have. And again, we are building essential skills at the same time. So these are just some of the examples of the games that we'll be using to assist the teachers. But remember, we have a marriage. And the marriage is literacy and sports. So how are we going to integrate sports in this? I'm going to have an able assistant, and I'm going to ask him to come to the stage with me. And I'm also going to ask 6 volunteers as well. And don't let me volunteer because I like to do that. But I'm just going to ask you to grace. All you're going to do is to stand and hold a card. That's all I want you to do, stand and hold a card. So I'm asking for 6 volunteers. And I'm going to ask Michael Green to come to the stage with me as well. 6 volunteers. Don't come all at once. Yes, I like this. Come, yes, come. Don't sit down. I kind of like your outfit to come. Yeah, man. 6 persons. Just come along. And I'm just going to ask you to take a card from me and just stand with it and face so that persons can see the card. Yes, take a card. Stand over there for me, please. Take a card. We don't have 6. My maths might not be mathsing, but I think we need 2 more persons. 2 more volunteers. No, he's going to be doing it. 2 more volunteers for me, please. Going once. We're auctioning this position now. And don't let me volunteer. Mr. Gentleman in the red, you know I'm going to volunteer you. Okay, you get what this time. That's okay. All right. There you go. Next person. And just for this demonstration, they're not necessarily, you can see it on the screen, they're not necessarily going to be in the positions based on space, right? So we're going to have this. So think about this as the cricket pitch. And you have these persons in different numbers. So for example, number, can I see? Can you just dress back a little bit? I just want to see what you have. Yes, I can see everybody now. Perfect. So this is how it's going to work. So through our Literacy on Wheels program model, students will be taught, remember, it's foundational literacy skills, letter sounds, spelling patterns, and vocabulary. And we're pairing those with foundational position in cricket. So if you know cricket, you're going to know these terminologies like mid-wicket, mid-off, point, square leg. Well, I have to be doing this because I don't really know them so well. But for those persons who love cricket, you will know it quite well. Fine leg. We all know the wicket keeper, right? Him stump you when you're not reach, right? And you're out. Yes. So what the coach is going to do, for example, the coach is going to ask the student, or the student might bat. Mikhail, come right here. Thank you. And I want you to give it up for Mikhail. Mikhail is a special needs student. And Mikhail has been with us this year, and Mikhail has really shown some very good strides. So give it up for him, give him some encouragement. Yes. So for example, I'm going to ask Mikhail Mikhail, are you ready? No, man. Say it for the next. Tell me loud. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So he's ready. And I'm going to say, Mikhail, go to the letter that says the sound P. Okay, you're going to tell me the name of the letter? P. Tell me the name of the letter.
Name of the letter. Okay. The name of the letter is P.
Wonderful. So what's the name of the letter again, everybody?
Huh?
What's the name of the letter again so everybody can hear you?
The next word is P.
Very good. So letter is P. What sound does it make, Mikhail?
Huh?
What sound does the letter make? Very good. And Mikhail, can you tell me a word that starts with the letter P?
Yeah. The letter P.
Tell me a word that starts with letter P.
Letter P.
You're going to tell me a word that starts with the letter P.
Letter P. Okay. The letter P is patient.
Okay, nice. Well done. Patient. Very good. Remember, special needs students, so we have to be very patient with them. All right, let us try another one. We're going for the sound, the letter that says the sound S. What letter do you picture that say that sound S? Oh, very good. Nice. What letter is that, Mikhail? S. All right. Now, tell me a word that starts with that letter. Tell me a word that starts with that letter.
Special.
Special. Very good. Mikhail, can you tell me what position in cricket that letter would be? What's the position? What's the playing position in cricket?
She taught it cricket. Like a special.
Yes. Do you remember the playing position?
Special.
All right. That's all right. Not a problem. That's okay. Mikhail? All right. So we're going to try another one because we understand what is happening with you, and we're going to be very patient, and we're also going to work with your level. All right? So let us go back to this P, right? Tell me what playing position in cricket is P.
P. Position. Goalie.
That's goalie. Thank you very much. Right. So as you realize that with special needs students, the patients, they are special and we have to be patient with them. I know under normal circumstances, Mikhail would be doing his thing, but we have to try with him. So P would be Gully. Very good. And the last one, and he's going to be on his own with this one now. Tell me the letter that you picture saying the sound ah. What letter is that?
Okay, amazing.
Oh, you're telling me a word amazing, and you look amazing today. But come here. Tell me what letter says ah.
Second sweep.
The letter.
The letter. Ah.
What letter name? Tell me the letter name.
Letter name is ah.
Yes. What is the name of the letter?
Name of the letter. Second sweep.
Look at the letter and tell me what is the name of the letter.
Ah.
What is the name of, yes. What's the name of the letter?
Air.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wonderful. Give Michaela a round of applause. The patience is very important, right? Thank you very much to our able volunteers. Give them a hand as well. Thank you very much. Thank you for the cards. And you can see that's Mommy. And I want you to give her a hand as well because she has been very instrumental in helping Mikhail. So as we can see, it will take practice. And for persons who play cricket, one of the techniques that they show me is that you have to keep at this batting and batting and batting for hours and hours in order for you to get it right. It's the same thing that we have to do with Mikhail, right? And under pressure, for a young man, he delivered. And we really want to give him a nice round of applause. So give him another round of applause again, man. Thank you. We're not going to go through this slide. This slide just showed you what the students did that were dancing from the Hatfield Primary School. The close, open, silent E, bossy R, vowel team, consonant plus LE. Those are the 6 syllables that we teach the students when we're teaching them multi-syllable words. And now we are going to use that now for the students to remember. And the action actually tell you what sound you're going to make. So close. The vowel is going to say its sound like ah. When it's open like this, you open your mouth big and white. Eh. Same gesture, right? Easy to remember. Silent E, at the end of a syllable, it doesn't say anything. Very good. And bossy R. We know when R is in the front of the vowel, what it does. That's what drives the vowel. Or, R. You hear that sound, I'm not German though. You hear that sound coming out. And vowel team, you saw them hugging up together. When the 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, the other one remains silent. And consonant plus LE, we already know and taught them that the E would be silent. So you have B and K and F and D, and you have 12 of them. Right? You can go breathless by saying those. But we're going to continue. Can this program work? Because so much have been there already. Yes, it can. And we are confident that it will. Why do we know that? Because we're going to the children, not waiting on them in a classroom to come to us for reading class. We're integrating sports. What are the 5 pillars again? Who can shout them out? Because we have some giveaways. Miss Harding hand is up quickly. Run, come up here and tell them what are the 5 pillars that we're going to be doing.
Literacy #1, sports, culture, health, and agriculture.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you're going to get your prize. Give her a round of applause. And we're also going to combine evidence-based tools with grassroots knowledge. And Mr. Bent is going to follow me and he's going to come and tell you all about the whole grassroots cricket. I also want to ask, who remember what ratio we're going to teach the children? Come up and tell me. Remember who's going to get the prizes, you know. Let me hear from you. Go ahead.
I believe it is 80% teaching, 20% fun.
Wonderful, wonderful. Give her a hand. She was listening keenly. She was listening keenly. And we're also going to work hand in hand with parents, teachers, and coaches, and also the entire community. This is inclusive, empowering education on wheels. We know there are risks. We know that. and we have looked at them. These are just a few of them, and we also have created mitigation plans against them. So for those students who don't want to turn out to school, we're going to work with the parents and to give them incentives. For those schools who might be hesitant to participate, we're going to come to you and have those dialogues so that we can see what your needs are and to make sure that the program can fit into your needs. And we know that the teachers are moving along, right? We know that they're moving along sometimes, especially based on the situation that we're seeing and what we're hearing on the news. But we're going to train volunteers. As a matter of fact, I have seen 2 of my volunteers in-house already, Paulette Powell and Pauline Smith. Those are 2 of the persons who have volunteered to be a part of this. We just want to show you some highlights of some of the things that we have been doing. So this is some of the things we have been going along. We have been going from different parishes and we are having these meetings with the principals, and these are some of the engagement that we had over the period of time. We also had literacy training as well, so we have that one here. And as I wrap up, it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge this person. And you might wonder why. So I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about this gentleman here. He has known me for a very long time. Oh boy, I'm going to have to just read this because I don't want to get too emotional about it. We're going to talk about it. This partner goes beyond the call of duty to support YeCats, and that is genuinely from his heart. Instinct Media Production, Mr. Rupert Campbell. Thank you very much. And let me tell you some of the things that this gentleman has done for YeCats, why I can give him special acknowledgement in this presentation. When we needed help telling our story, when we needed to bring the vision of YeCats and the Literacy on Wheels program to life, Mr. Campbell did not hesitate. He didn't ask about budgets or limits. He simply asked, how can I help? Not only did he open his doors to the professional production, his professional production studio that is in Kingston to our team, he welcomed our children, even those with special needs. He made them feel at home, he made them feel welcome, and he was incredibly patient with them. The professionalism that was shown to us during this time was beyond our expectation. He made 4 high-quality videos for YeCats. He even established our Instagram page and managed our account for the first month, and even gave us live streaming on YouTube. As if that is not enough, Mr. Campbell and his team did all of this at their own expense. They traveled from Kingston to Manchester to capture the essence of YeCats' inclusive spelling competition. Ensuring the moments that matter were immortalized, and the list goes on and on. I can tell you quite a few other things about him. But if I look at what he has done and to quantify that, I could not have paid Mr. Campbell for what he has done. Definitely, what he has done for us, it cannot be measured in the financial contribution, but in the fact that he saw when YeCats was in their infant state, so to speak, and he ride the way with us until we are what we are today. And that is why I want to say thank you very much to Instinct Media, Mr. Rupert Campbell and his team for what they have done for YeCats. And I'm sure the sponsors that we are looking at now will want to do the same and help to propel us even further. As the saying goes, there is more happiness in giving than in receiving. So thank you very much for all that you have done, Mr. Campbell. And I'm looking forward to our continued working together as we build Literacy on Wheels to these 9 rural parishes. Thanks to our sponsors. I know that they've been mentioned over and over. Tropical Blue Water, I'm telling you, Mr. Palmer and your team, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for refreshing us with all, quenching our thirst. We know the heat is on. Mid-Island, they have been with us from inception as well. Matthews and Clark, we thank them for the gifts that they have given us. And NBJS Construction, they are always with YeCats. Even when the top sponsors dropped us at the last minute, they're always there, and we want to acknowledge these individuals. Give them a round of applause again, first. So we have a robust team, and you will be hearing from them as you go through, others from them, that is. You will hear of our success stories. You will hear messages from parents. But I want to end by saying this. We cannot afford to let another generation fall through the cracks. So today, I ask the media, amplify our story. Sponsors and donors, fund the wheels because it needs fuel, right? We need gas to go, right? So we need you to assist us. And the ones that are assisting, we need to assist a little further. Educators and coaches who are here today, let us partner to ensure that no child is left behind. And parents, it is your God-given responsibility to teach your child. Remember Deuteronomy chapter 6, 6 and 7, it says, it's the parent's responsibility at home to educate your children. The teacher is an add-on to what you're doing, right? So literacy is not just a skill, it's a life changer, a nation builder, and a hope rebuilder. So imagine this, a boy from the small district in Manchester who once struggled to read, now confidently reads aloud after practice, from picture A to picture B. Or a shy girl from Trelawney who hides when it's time for her to read, can now stand proudly on a stage like this and recite a poem for her school concert. Our vision, we're not just dreaming. This is literacy on wheels. This is YeCats, youth empowerment. Remember the two words? What are they? Empowerment and change, exactly. Youth empowerment, changing attitudes towards school. So let us empower every young mind. One book, one bat, one bus at a time. Thank you.
What a presentation! That was a comprehensive overview of the YeCats program. It's not just reading, it's life. And Ms. Robinson, I am confident that if this program is implemented as presented here today, the nation will smile. Thank you for your efforts. Let's put your hands together one more time for her. So who are the persons who are engaging with the students each day to let this program become a reality? I'm going to invite at this time Ms. Shoshana Barracks from the Barracks Road Primary School. She is the literacy coordinator who will present on the role of educators in literacy development. Please welcome her. Woo!
This side. Good afternoon to our esteemed principals, educators, partners, sponsors, and guests. It is both an honor and a responsibility to stand before you today, not just as a literacy coordinator, but as someone who has seen firsthand how literacy can transform a child's life, a true witness of transformation itself. So this evening, I am here to just share information with you. I won't be very long, because we all know it's Friday evening, right? So I'm going to ask you to just bear with me as we go through. not sure what's happening. Just give me a quick second. So, first and foremost, in a nutshell, what is literacy? So I'm just going to share with you what literacy is. Literacy is the ability, you can read along what you're seeing on your screen. Literacy is the ability to write. More broadly, it refers to the ability to use language, both spoken and written, to communicate effectively and to understand information. In education and development, literacy is often seen as a key skill for learning, personal growth, and participation in society. However, this program is here to broaden our horizons, seeing literacy as 3 Ps: power, possibility, and purpose. Our current condition as a country. Across Jamaica today, thousands of children enter the classroom with dreams, but without the tools and the skill sets to read, comprehend, and express those dreams. According to the Jamaica MICS 2022 report, more than 1 in 3 students aged 7 to 14 are not reading at the foundational level. That's not just a statistic. It's a child, a future, a community waiting for change. And we know that this is evident when we look at the PEP results and how many students are denied to do CSEC because they are unable to read. So that's where we come in as educators. We don't just teach phonics and paragraphs, we build bridges from silence to expression, from confusion to clarity, from helplessness to confidence. And our role has never been more urgent or more sacred. Literacy is urgent. Literacy is life. Our role. So as teachers, as educators, we are going to be bridge builders for a brighter tomorrow. We are the first responders. Just like how when we do our first aid training and you hear that you are the first responders, that is how we are going to be the first responders as it relates to the reading and the transformation. As educators, we are often the first to see the child who is struggling, the child who is shy, the child who avoids reading out aloud, the child who cries, the child who just stares blankly because they're ashamed. But as I said earlier, we are going to not just look at these children, we are going to feel what they're going through, and we are going to act accordingly. Early intervention is not optional, it is critical. Tools like the Renaissance Stars Phonics help us to diagnose. Strategies like Seeing Stars and Jolly Phonics helps us to rebuild, and I can attest to Jolly Phonics for myself. You know, Mr. Headley was so instrumental, but, you know, he died a few days ago. You know, may his soul rest in peace, but very instrumental. He would be everywhere just pushing, just for literacy. I can attest to that from my school personally. We personalize the journey. Every child is different. Some learn through movement, some through pictures, some need extra time, some need an extra nudge, some children just need people to believe in them, you know. They just need that encouragement. And that's who we are as educators. We are going to tailor the lessons. we are going to adapt, and we are going to give them the hope that they need. We are going to bring reading to life. Books are not just going to be seen as an assignment, they're adventures. Because if they see the book as assignments, they're just going to feel bored, they're going to think it's punishment, and they're going to think it's an overwhelming task. So I know that personally that we can travel the world through a book without leaving the comfort of our chairs, our seats, because when you read, your imagination can take you to different countries, different places. It can bring you into a different light, right? Because, as I said, as educators, we are going to spark the curiosity of the children. We are going to let the children fall in love with print, fall in love with words, and in doing so, they will, of course, discover themselves. The YeCats Literacy on Wheels Revolution, the Literacy on Wheels program, powered by YeCats Mobile Resource Center, is not just another initiative, it's a movement of hope. YeCats has already impacted hundreds of children through spelling competitions, community reading support, and inclusive programs for children with diverse learning needs. Now, through Literacy on Wheels, this effort is expanding to 10 parishes, reaching over 2,000 students who are at risk of being left behind. We are talking about mobile units retrofitted as classrooms, driven by trained tutors, carrying not just books, but compassion and strategy. The YeCats Literacy on Wheels Revolution partners with the Ministry of Education to train tutors, the Jamaica Society for the Blind to provide eye screening and glasses, the Jamaica Library Service to deliver age-appropriate reading materials. Together, we are not waiting for children to come to us. We are bringing literacy to their doorsteps. Educators, of course, we are the heart of this mission. Without passionate, skilled teachers, none of this will be impactful or effective. We must strive to continue sharing our skills, leaning into innovation, and being relentless in our belief that every child can learn. As educators, we are not just teaching, we are leading a revolution. This is our moment. If not us, who? If not now, when? We are the spark. We are the difference through our voices. Our methods and our commitment bring light into every life of each student. Let's teach, let's lead, let's transform lives. One reader at a time, and we can make it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Ms. Barris, thank you so much for your presentation. And one takeaway, educators are the first responders in literacy development. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, at this time, I'm going to invite, don't leave the stage, Ms. Barracks. I'm inviting Ms. Harding to come as Ms. Robinson will do a presentation. So our first presentation will go to Ms. Shoshana Barracks. Please put your hands together and appreciate her. Our next presentation will go to Miss Colette Harding, Principal of Fairfield Primary in Manchester. Thank you. And we had 3 persons who had answered questions earlier. My friend in the yellow blouse, stripe. And who was the other person? Please come for your gift. All right, so we are asking Silky Smooth to get ready for his presentation. All right, livelier, put your hands together and appreciate her. A bright spark. A-E-E-O-O. All right, thank you. Let's welcome on stage Silky Smooth with his presentation. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure being here, and I believe that the children is the future. And when we're without education, it can be very, very serious. So I just want to give thanks to all the teachers, and I would love to sing this song, and I wish we had a better quality microphone. Is there any way we could tune it up? Yes, I think it get worse. Set it again for me, please. Anyhow, this is a song that I love so much, and I do hope that it will touch the students just for you to believe in yourself more. And it goes like this. When there's a dark cloud on your horizon, and you think you can't get through it, just put your hands in my hand, and I'll show you how to do it. When the future looks uncertain, you can call on me, I'll be there. And when your heart and soul are hurting, look and you'll see me there. Just follow where I lead. I'll give you what you need. A love that's always true, and someone who believes in you. So when you're searching for that rainbow, I will help you find it. And when a mountain stands before you, the teachers will help you climb it. Just follow where I lead. I'll give you what you need, but I'll take something else. You must believe in yourself. It's an easy thing to do when you have someone who believes in you. Just follow where I lead. I'll give you what you need. A love that's always true, and someone who believes in you. Your time will come alive. Your moment will arrive. The teachers bring out the best in you. Oh, we can't have it all, but we will never fall. Looking down from uncelestial view, just follow where I lead. I'll give you what you need. A love that's always true, and someone who believes in you. Ooh. Wow. See, that's all it takes, you know. I remember when I was his age. That's my grandson, you know. And yes, can you imagine, eh? I was his age. All we had to do is just be patient with each other. Yeah, we don't need to rush anything in life. Just be patient and believe in yourself. Thank you much. Continue doing the good work, Wildcat. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Silky Smooth. Beautiful voice. Oh, it's an easy thing to do when someone believes in you. Kamacho. That was great. All right, at this time, we invite Mr. Delroy Bent, a stalwart cricketer, CEO of the Tampa Premier Cricket League, Jamaica, to do his presentation. Please welcome him.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to promise you it's going to be very short. We're going to welcome our special guests and all the principals, especially from far away, as Westmoreland. Welcome to Hatfield Primary School. I want to welcome our sponsors, Tropical Blue, one of the best water you can drink anywhere around. Okay, so I have a speech here, but I'm not even going to get into it because I know my subject very well. Sports is my area, but cricket is dying in Jamaica and the West Indies. Okay? If you go back to when we were young, would have been watching cricket with our grandparents. That is a red radio, if you're that old, right? And we'll sit with them because we're excited. We love the game. It was our passion. Today, the game is dying. Tampa Premier Cricket League is a registered 501c organization.
Sowing seeds of knowledge, integrating agriculture and literacy. Put your hands together and welcome him.
Hello, everybody. How wanna do? I sound like on a hungry man. Wanna do good? All right, good. I can see the hands of anybody who do any aspect of farming, gardening. Nice. Wow, me rest on a farm fool. I run a farm food. All right. When you think about agriculture, we tend to think, and what society has painted agriculture over the years is something my stam and grandpa and grandma them do. And, you know, sometimes the yam price go down, come up, you know the thing. But when you evaluate on an international level, not just the importance of agriculture, but the dynamics. You start to change the language now. It's no longer about the yam growing and the coffee farm, and you start to talk about agro-processing and agriculture, tourism, agritourism, all of that. And we wonder how that drop in. We are talking about literacy, we are talking about education. Farming agriculture is one of those industries where it's so wide, it's so dynamic that you think of any career field, any profession, and you find it right within agriculture. You talk about literacy and numeracy. The farmer will tell you they have to do a lot of calculation. You look at the chemicals that you use, the pesticide, the weedicide, you look at the machinery that is used in agriculture, and you realize that math is critical. You realize that literacy is critical. And so, if we start to change the way we look at agriculture and how we can integrate that within our everyday life, because we eat every day. So therefore, if agriculture paused for half a day, the world suffer for hunger. And so when you look at Abraham Maslow's pyramid, the needs, and you talk about the highest point, you talk about self-actualization. Are some teachers, am I right? Good. You talk about that feeling of fulfillment. You feel that completeness. And we also have to take it on a personal level, because when you have reached that point of actualization, then it is easier for you to transmit that to other persons, in this case, your students. And so what I would suggest in terms of our approach to literacy, get our kids outside. Trust me, they love it. We sometimes see them play in the soil and we're like, no, don't get your hands dirty. No, let them get their hands dirty. You want to let them do that. You want to let them handle the earthworms and them something there. Because in doing that, it's bonding with nature, that's one. That is a part of the pyramid, Actualization. They have reached that point where they're really appreciating their surroundings. Hence, appreciating self. And so when you understand how something grows, how many days is it going to take to germinate? Oh, what is the height of this plant on the 8th or the 10th day? Oh, we're seeing a yellow pigment in the leaf. What could this mean? Then you start to get investigative. So when you talk about investigation, you talk about a child. And when you start to foster these natural abilities in our kids, then it is so much easier when you go into the classroom. And just before I leave you, I just want to summarize what I want to say. Agriculture is one of the most critical elements, one of the most critical areas in society. You cannot do without it. And when you think about where can I start, you talk about the startup, the money and all of that. Agriculture is one of them where you can start up like for free, no cost. You can literally buy some potatoes, you have your dinner, and the scraps from that can start you a nice little potato garden. And we teach our kids to do that, to take nothing and create a major something. And that is the concept that we have to foster. The concept of out of nothingness, and you bring it back. Because I'm sure among Christians, right? I'm among Christians who attend church and believe in the Bible and all that, right? Am I correct? And we understand the story of creation. That says there was nothing. The thing was void. It was formless. There was nothing there. Just like a piece of land that grandma have. And then the Lord said, let there be. And there was. And so when we teach our kids that they can take something, an empty plot, a seed, a piece of scrap from the food that you just cut, put it in the pot. And you can make more food from that. It sounds like magic. I know of persons who, I know a member of my family who, she never really knew nothing about farming. She thought yams grow on trees. Can you believe that? And when she saw the process, it was one of the most enlightening moments. When she planted sweet pepper, yeah, and onion for the first time in trays, and a few days passed and she saw like a green something start come up, you would think that she's 3 years old to the level of excitement. And the same thing applies to our children. And if you not do it yet in a more, you have to try it. Them have some like an envelope in the farm store them. Buy one and try it. You know how no soil at your place? Buy 2 pots, get some soil at 1 pot and try something. Trust me, you will understand and appreciate the process. When a child starts to understand how that process works, and they realize that they have to keep check, even feeding the animals, they tend to have a more rounded application to life. They approach life different, right? And so I want to encourage us as leaders and as life changers in this education system. Agriculture is one of those areas that we can integrate into our learning process, into our literacy elevation, because it is something that is coming. It's coming at a time when we're going to need more persons producing the food and looking over your food. Your food is really one of the most important things. And so if we don't understand how the process works, then how does one know what food is causing what problem? How do you know what food can cause the effects that you're looking for? You talk about agro-processing, you talk about medicine, all of that. It comes right back to agriculture. And so if we approach it this way, there's a lot that we can do. And encouraging our kids, just letting them go outside. Sometimes we can't even make them go up on a farm. Just to see the cows, to see the goats, to see the animals. You know, create a system at the school, create a bond with the 4-H club, the RADA, you know, because sometimes we even have career days and we don't really see a farm at the career days. How are we going to eat? How are we going to do that? You know, I am speaking from experience because I grew up not liking agriculture because I thought it was just one of them things the way you do. You leave school and you're on the subjects and, you know, it's one of them things. Until I started traveling as a musician and I realized that, the thing turned up. I never realized it's so dynamic. I never realized you have to have certain high level of education to go in a certain aspect of agriculture. You talk about the machinery that you use in agriculture. It's a big deal. And so get the kids them outside. Get them handling the plants. Get them to grow the plants. And to appreciate the process and to understand the things that can be done through agro-processing, how the food on their plate, how did it come to that? And once we start to incorporate this method of learning within our school system, I guarantee that there will be some changes. You will see massive results. Parents at home, yes man, dig up the soil with them, plant some flowers, plant some seeds, help them to keep track, get a diary, help them to document. This is a 12-week crop, an 8-week crop. All right, which week are we in? Have them mark it on the calendar. And trust me, these are practical applications that they'll be using in their everyday life. Documentation, measurement, research and forecasting. Why do I not plant this crop in this season? Oh, it's rainy season. Too much moisture. Oh, this need mulch. Why do I need 17-0-17 versus the 15-35? All of this is science, is math, it's history. And so when we understand, you see, it sound disconnected sometimes, but you realize that everything connects. So you start by letting them enjoy outside. Let them get curious, guided, of course. But don't pull them from the garden. Oh, they might get a scratch. No, that's fine. They will get scratches in life. You will not always be there. So let them go into the garden. Make sure the garden safe. Teach them, go rapid, go one of them place there. Buy one pot, buy a plant. Give them responsibility. You are responsible for this sweet potato plant that we're planting in this bag here. You are responsible for this pepper tree. They have to water that. Oh, you have to get up from 5 because the dew is still on the grass. The dew is still on the leaves. How do you feed this hamster? What plants does he eat? And when we cultivate this habit of research, because them are going to want to know how to keep the hamster alive, how to keep the goat alive. Why my goat look so? Why does he have the curved horn instead of the long pointed horn? Oh, there's a difference between this breed and that breed. They start to research and you help them. So in closing, it's about how we cultivate the habits in our children. What are these habits? All of the habits that are essential in agriculture are needed in our real life, in our everyday activities. You're in the office, you're head of this marketing firm, you're head of this law firm, you will need to apply those same principles. And we can start right there at the grassroots, no pun intended. God bless you.
Mr. White, in my experience, you know, persons behind the camera don't like the stage, they don't like the microphone, but you are a multi-talented individual. Videographer, you heard the teacher up here, the mathematician, the farmer, the pastor, the nutritionist, talking lots of sense and giving us those 21st century skills that are needed for the development of our students. Thank you, sir, for your presentation, and I'm sure that everyone here and those listening online will benefit. At this time, we have some testimonials. We know that YeCats has been making strides and persons have been impacted. So at this time, I welcome to the podium Miss Chantal Mitchell, special needs, the mother of a special needs student, followed by Miss Joan Blackwood, the grandmother of a grade level student.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Chantal Mitchell, and I'm a proud parent of Michael Green, a bright young boy with special needs who has been a part of the Literacy on Wheels program. When Michael first started, we were concerned about his speech development. He struggled with comprehension, writing and expressing himself. It was heartbreaking to see him try so hard and still feel frustrated. This program changed everything. With the patience, care, and dedication of his tutor, Miss Robinson, Michael found the learning fun and exciting. He began to open up more, and over time, we saw real progress. His comprehension improved, his writing became clearer, and his speech more articulate. Most of all, his confidence began to shine. But what surprised us was how the program influenced other parts of his life. Mikhail started making healthier choices. He now drinks more water, eats more fruits, and even enjoy exercising. Sometimes, some things we had never seen before. The connection between his learning and overall well-being has been amazing. We are truly thankful. Thank you, Ms. Robinson. And thank you to the entire team for believing in Mikhail and creating space where children like him can grow, not academically, not only just academically, but in every area of life. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Miss Joan Blackwood, a proud grandmother of Josiah Blackwood. Before I do a little part of this, I just want to share a testimony from my heart. You know, and to encourage persons who are in my shoes, to just take a leaf out of my book. I have one daughter. I have sons, but one daughter. And I sent that daughter to school. Her passion was to become a pediatrician. But as she ventured grade 10, one day I got a call from somebody, and they told me that my daughter was pregnant. I felt like a fish out of water, gasping for life. I felt like if I were older at that time, maybe I would be in prison or something like that. Because you know, when you invest in your only daughter and want she to become successful in life, and when you look, you get a baby for your CXC money, that was very embarrassing to me. But anyhow, I get encouragement by my church brethren, my friends, and all those who around me. And I keep on going on with my head hanged on. People have all quality things to say, but guess what? I never give up. And so I'm encouraging you today, if you know anybody who have fallen by the wayside, just stop and pick up that person and help them along the way. If you realize I am Blackwood, my husband is Blackwood, and Josiah, the one that came and read, is also Blackwood, so you can read the maths. Never saw a man, a father, never saw a father for that child. And I said, all right, I'm going to the hospital, and I'm going to take full responsibility for that child. And I register Josiah in Blackwood. But we were coming the other day from our spelling bee, and I saw a van, and I stopped the van, the rails was falling. And when I look, it was the man that should be his father. And I heard him telling somebody that, am my son, you know? Because he heard the news now that Josiah is on top. And, am my son, you know? Am my son? And I said, God, if it wasn't for salvation, you know how things would go. But today, I am here, and I am proud of my grandson. His grandfather is proud of his grandson. And so I can say we have come to see our grandson Josiah. Is a very special child. God has placed him in our lives for a purpose. What I don't get from my daughter, I'm surely going to get it from my grandson. My daughter returned to school. I sent her back to school, and she successfully earned 7 subjects. Never give up on her. Today she serves as the secretary for the YeCats program, and she's sitting right in front of me here. Right in front of me here. As for Josiah, I watched him grow into an amazing young boy. When he was in grade 2, he was reading at a grade 6 level. When I heard about the YeCats program, I didn't hesitate. I saw a flyer at a shop in Prospect, and I got him registered because I saw the potential in him. With the guidance and the dedication of Miss Stacy Robinson, Josiah became a spelling bee champion. In his first competition, he got 2nd place. But in his next 2 competitions, he took home 1st place trophy. And I have them on my whatnot in my living room for display. And even give the mother one. I have all of them. Right. He even came 2nd in the JTA spelling bee competition in Mandeville. So today, I want to encourage everyone, anyone who have a child who is struggling, do not give up. There are people like Miss Stacy Robinson, selfless, passionate individual who go above and beyond to help. This program is non-profit, yet Miss Robinson gives her all and I'm incredibly grateful. I am proud of my grandson. He was a struggling speller, but not a struggling reader. And now he's both spelling and reading. I am proud of Miss Robinson. I am proud of everyone who has poured into his life. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you, Miss Robinson. Keep up the amazing work. May God continue to bless you richly. We may never able to pay you, but people like you who go the extra mile for children and persons with disability are truly rare and precious. Congratulate you. May the good Lord bless and keep you. Keep up the good works. God bless you.
Amazing, amazing work, and thank you, parents, for sharing those testimonies. We have an outstanding group in our midst, one of the partners of the YeCats Mobile Resort Center, and that's the Jamaica Society for the Blind. And to share with us today is the chairman, Mr. Conrad Harris. Do you know that the blind can read? You know that? All right, you know about the Braille? Yes. All right, so assist him for me, please. La 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 la. So I'm sounding so you can follow the sound.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me greet you on behalf of the Jamaica Society for the Blind, and particularly on behalf of our chairman, Damien McLean, who is not able to be here today. Now, the Jamaica Society for the Blind, we do I would say we do two things mainly. One, a lot of you may know about in that we help persons who are blind or visually impaired to be able to live independent lives, teaching them different ways of doing all the things that you take for granted. You know, the cooking, cleaning, moving around and all of that. The other thing that we do, which maybe many of you might not know a lot about, is that we are also in the business of helping to prevent blindness. Now, our partnership with this project really focuses around that initiative. You know, there are about almost 30,000 persons who are blind, and another over 80,000 who have low vision. And many of the things that cause blindness and visual impairment can be prevented. Many of the issues that persons are having can be solved with glasses. Now, some of the challenges that we face is that oftentimes the problem is not detected. So you have persons in your classroom, children in the classroom, maybe they are sitting at the back and they are causing hell and powder house because they can't see what is going on at the front. But you might not, the teacher might not realize that and just think that they are rude, disruptive. But some of those persons are behaving that way, causing disturbances because they are unable to follow what is going on at the front. So as far as they are concerned, nothing is happening. So they are finding different ways to occupy themselves because they can't follow what is going on. Now, we at the Jamaica Society for the Blind, as I said, one of our issues is to help with the early detection of visual impairment. We want to detect visual impairment early so that we can correct it where possible and prevent blindness. So our partnership with the Literacy on Wheels project will help us to do just that. So, children who are here, I hope you know that almost anything that you want to know about, anything that you want to learn, it is already written about. But if you can't read, then you're not able to find that information and to teach yourself the things that you want to know. So you'll have to depend on other persons to tell you what you should learn, right? Now, if we, as the Jamaica Society for the Blind, working along with this program, we will be doing the vision screening. So we'll be checking the children's eyes for problem, and once we identify problems, then we'll help to refer and treat where possible, and to find ways, for example, if there is just glasses, to assist the parents in helping those children to obtain glasses. And there might be, if it's done through our system, through our services where we provide glasses at affordable rates, or it may be other methods. For parents out there, you have a big responsibility in helping to identify vision issues because, maybe outside of school, the child is spending the most time with you. So if you are aware of some of the signs and symptoms of visual impairment, then you can help to detect the issue early and to make sure that it is treated early and there's, the problem doesn't go beyond the point where it can be treated. So you are important. And as I say, so again, through the program, it is likely that we will be able to reach the parents and to help you to learn some of the signs to look out for and what to do. And of course, for teachers, it's a similar situation in terms of helping you to know what to look out for, how to detect vision problem and what to do about it. So we think that this partnership is suited to us, it's ideal because it will help us to do some of the things that we have set out to do as an organization. And we are really, happy to be a partner to the Literacy on Wheels. I have to say to you that, on a personal note, as a child, I had a lot of books around me. I was born with a vision problem, and I was only able to see, the pictures in the book and maybe the very large print. But we had lots of books at home, and I had many brothers and sisters who would read to me. But I also had parents who were observant and who were interested in my development and my growth. So, they discovered, for example, my mother discovered that I had a vision problem because the way she did it was that she said that she noticed that if she tiptoed in the room so that I wouldn't hear her, when she picked me up out of the crib, I would startle. Whereas when she came in the room, she was making a noise, I didn't have that problem. So right away that was one of the signs that she used to know that something was wrong. My parents, they found out about the Salvation Army School for the Blind, and I was able to go to the school for the blind, and therefore I had opportunity to learn, to do further education, and to get my qualification, to get a job, and to be working. I had a cousin, and that cousin had a different disability, and he basically never left home until he died. My parents tried, when they found out when my parents learned about the school for the blind, they tried to persuade his parents to check to find out, about an institution that would help him, and they didn't take that interest. And that cousin of mine spent a lot of his life tied under a cellar because, they were afraid that, if they allow him to go free, he would injure himself. So I can't emphasize how important it is, for you as parents to take an interest in your child and to make an effort to help them. There are many opportunities for persons with disabilities, and many programs like this one, Literacy on Wheels, that help persons who are struggling in different areas. For example, in this case, literacy. But you as parents, you have to take an interest in your child. And I was very pleased to hear the testimonies that were exchanged a while ago. So, in putting things short, I'm going to say that the Jamaica Society for the Blind is happy to be associated with this project, and we wish the literacy on wheels every success, and we will be there as much as we can to assist where possible. Thank you.
That was Mr. Conrad Harris, Chairman of the Jamaica Society for the Blind, an outstanding group of persons in our society. At this time, I invite to the podium Mr. Floyd Smith for the entertainment segment. Are we welcoming? Are we welcoming? Oh yeah. Can't match the singers. Wow. And it says on the program that Mr. Floyd Smith is a blind singer. All right, he's on his way now. Please show some appreciation for Mr. Floyd Smith.
A pleasant good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? No, ma'am, I'm not hearing it yet. How are we doing today? We are doing great. All right, just want to share a song with the group. I got a call yesterday, and was asked to do a rendition. So here am I. Just think about it. Life in Kingston Town. Life in Kingston Town. She calls out to the man on the street. Sir, can you help me? It's cold, I have no place to sleep. Somewhere you can tell me. He walks on and doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he left August down. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in Kingston Town. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in Kingston Town. Just think about it. Oh, life in Kingston Town. In Kingston Town. She calls out to the man on the street. He pretends he can't hear her. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in Kingston Town. Oh, think twice. another day, you and me in Kingston town. Think about it. Life in Kingston town. Kingston town. Oh Lord, is there anything anybody can do? And oh Lord, there must be something you can say. You can tell by the lines of her face. You can see that she's been there, probably been moved out from every place, but she does not fit in there. Oh, let me hear you. It's just another day for you and me in Kingston town. Come on. Think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in Kingston town. In Kingston town. In Kingston town. In Kingston town. Kingston town. In oh, just think about it. Oh, you and me, Kingston town, Kingston town. Oh, in Kingston town. Oh, yes, in Kingston town. Hey, thank you.
Floyd Smith in concert. Oh my God. Good man, very good, very good. I was enjoying myself and saying, you know, I wish we had more time. As we would ask for encore. All right, at this time, Miss Robinson, she has a presentation for Smooth, Mr. Smith.
Think twice. Yes, that's why I think twice and do what I did. All right? On behalf of JMBS construction site and a partnership with YeCats Mobile Reserve Center, I just want to present to you this little token of our love and continue to sing.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, so if you can lead him off for me, please. All right, at this time, we will have the launch ceremony of the YeCats and Tampa, and that will be the unveiling. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for me and you in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for me and you in paradise. Mr. Smith, we have to go do a song together, you know. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for me. So as they set up, I want to appreciate once more our sponsors, Mega Mart, MBJ's Construction, Matthews and Clark Limited, Mid-Island Service Station, and Tropical Blue Water. Thank you for your commitment to literacy development in this country. Wow. Great. Wonderful. And the partners, Jamaica Library Service, Jamaica Society for the Blind, and Tampa Premier Cricket League, the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth, and Information. There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles we can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. You will when you believe. You will when you believe. There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Help me on the band. There can be miracles when you believe. When you believe, somehow you will. You will when you believe. Put your hands together for YeCats Literacy on Wheels program. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, bless the Lord. At this time we have a sponsorship presentation and recognition. Tropical Blue from Mr. Omar Palmer, Sales and Marketing Manager. Please come, sir.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Miss Stacey Robinson, Mr. Delroy Bent. Okay, good, good, good. It's a joy to be here with you today at the Hatfield Primary School in beautiful Mandeville. I bring warm greetings from Tropical Blue Acquisition Company Limited, proud makers of Tropical Blue natural spring water, and even prouder sponsor of this incredible initiative, YeCats Literacy on Wheels. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't he just here to sell water? Well, yes, hydration is a serious business. But today, I'm not here to talk only about what's in the bottle, but about what's happening on the wheels. At Tropical Blue, we believe in pouring into the communities, not just our bottles. That's why when we heard about this project, bringing literacy directly to our children through mobile resource center paired with the fun and discipline of cricket, we said yes, faster than a batsman running for a single. You see, literacy is like water, essential for growth, development, and survival. You can't have strong communities without either. As the old Jamaican saying goes, if you want good, your nose have to run. And we believe every drop of effort put into educating our youth is worth it, even if it means a little sweat and hustle along the way. This Literacy on Wheels initiative is more than a clever idea. It's a bold step forward, a way to meet our children where they are, whether they are on the pitch or in the classroom. It brings books to the ball field, reading to the running ground, and reminds us that developing youth minds is just as important as developing strong arms and legs. To Stacey Robinson and the passionate YeCats team, we say thank you. Thank you for showing that literacy doesn't have to be locked inside four walls. And to Mr. Delroy Bent and the Tampa Premier Cricket League, thank you for batting for education. In closing, let me remind the young ones of this. A cricketer who can read the game and read a book is unstoppable. And to the parents and teachers, let's water the minds of our children. Just like we quench our thirst consistently, patiently, and with love. Tropical Blue is honored to be a part of this journey. Let's roll these wheels, turn these pages, and bowl over illiteracy once and for all. Thank you, and stay hydrated.
Thank you so much, sir, for your contribution. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. And we have come to the end of an exciting program. At this time, I invite Mrs. Tashana Francis, the Secretary of the YeCats Mobile Resource Center, to move the vote of thanks. That's right. Nobody beat up mommy later.
Hello, everyone. No, man. Hello, everyone. Wonderful. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What a truly inspiring and impactful afternoon it has been. As we gather here in celebration of a powerful step forward for literacy in Jamaica, it is only fitting that we pause to express our heartfelt gratitude to those who made today's event such a remarkable success. First and foremost, we give thanks to the Almighty for granting us the vision, strength, and grace to launch this transformative initiative, Literacy on Wheels, which promises to uplift students across 10 parishes and touch the lives of over 2,000 young learners. A resounding thank you to Miss Stacey Robinson, the visionary behind YeCats Mobile Resource Center. Your passion, energy, and I can really say energy, because she's always on the go. I would have believed that she would have had this stick and not me, because she is always on the go. And also your unwavering belief in every child's potential to read and succeed have been the heartbeat of this moment. You didn't just dream it, you drove it in on wheels and also in my child, and I can say thank you. To Mr. Delroy Bent of the Tampa Premier Cricket League, thank you for bringing the spirit of the game to the classroom. Your partnership, your marriage with YeCats has proven that cricket and comprehension do make a winning team. We extend sincere thanks to Hatfield Primary School for graciously opening your doors and offering us the wonderful auditorium. Special applause goes to your students who learn and deliver the YeCats syllable dance with such a joy and rhythm in record time, no less. To our generous sponsors, Tropical Blue Water, Mid-Island Service Station, Matthews and Clark, Megamart, and MBJS Construction. Your support quenched our thirst, kept the weather out, and fueled this event. Quite literally, thank you for believing in the power of literacy and the community. To the principals who journeyed from near and far, some crossing parish lines to be here, and especially those who presented and shared powerful insights. Your presence underscores our collective commitment to turning the page on literacy challenges in Jamaica. We also extend heartfelt appreciation to the media house who are here today. Your coverage helps amplify our message and take it beyond these walls to classrooms, communities, and living rooms across the island. Thank you for shining light on what truly matters, our children's future. A heartfelt thank you to our planning team, volunteers, and the YeCats family, whose tireless work behind the scene ensure today's success. You're welcome. To our students and parents, especially our young presenters, thank you for showing us the why behind this program. Your resilience is our motivation. Finally, to our master of ceremonies. My God, what a voice when she sing. And funny, I love sing too, so what a thing if we would have blend together. She sing and me harmonize. Wow. What can we say? You navigated the afternoon like a seasoned pilot. Smooth, professional, and engaging from start to finish. Thank you for guiding the program with such poise and flair. To every single person who played a part, whether big or small, please know your contribution has made an impact. Together, and we mean together. Can we just hear everybody just say, together, we are driving literacy forward and showing our children that where learning goes, opportunity follows. And last but not least, as we close, let's carry today's energy into every school, community, and conversation. Because literacy is not just reading, it is life. Thank you all. And may we leave here not just inspired, but committed to action. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Ms. Francis, for moving the vote of thanks. And just before we go, I just want to highlight again our sponsors, Tropical Blue Water, Mid-Island Service Station, Matthews and Clark Limited, MBJ's Construction, and Mega Mart. The sponsors of YeCats, Hatfield Primary, Jamaica Society for the Blind, Jamaica Library Service, Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, and the Tampa Premier Cricket League. As we go, bear in mind that we are first responders as it relates to literacy development in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some tokens remaining on the table, and I'm going to allow Ms. Robinson to do the distribution. Ms. Harding. We also have refreshments at the back that you can partake of before you go. And I think there are a few things on sale as well.